Hello guys, in today's Python tutorial I'm going to show you how to copy the contents of an external text file to another text file, or in other words, to read one file and write those contents in another text file. So in this video we will have three main objectives. The first objective will be to copy all the contents from one text file to another, as in we'll copy the entire body of one file to another. In the second section, we will try to copy only the first line of the first text file to the second file, only the first line, not the entire content. And the third section would be to focus on copying a custom number of lines as per user's input from the first file to the second file. So let's get started with our first section, that is copying all the contents of one file to another. Now here I'm going to use file1 as the file which I'm going to read, and file2 is the file where I'm going to write. So as in I'm going to copy the contents from file1 to file2. Now I'll show you. I have file1 here, so this is my file1 contents, and as you can see file2 is blank. So in order to write this, first we need to open file1. Since we are reading contents of file1, we should open it in read mode. So let's open the file1. File1 equals to open file name, that is file1.txt, and the mode is read. Now we are gonna open the second file. We are gonna write the contents in the second file, so we have to open the second file in write mode. So file2 equals to open file2.txt double. Now we have opened file1 in read mode and file2 in write mode. Now we have to write the contents in the second file. So for that, file2 dot write. Now what we have to write in here is what we read from the first file. So that's same as file1 dot read. That's all. Now we have to close the second file. To save the second file, we need to close it. Now let's try running this program. Okay, it's done. Let's check the file 2. As you can see, the contents of file 1 has been copied to file 2. This is a very easy program. It's just a 4-line code to copy all the contents from one text file to another. Now let's get started with our second section, that is to read the first line of file1.txt to file2.txt, only the first line. So again we are going to open file1.txt in read mode and open the file2.txt in write mode. So let's start file1.txt in read mode, file2 in write mode. Now we have to write in the second file. Write in the second file only the first line. So we have to write file2.write. To read just one line at a time, we use the function called readLine. So that's file1 dot read line. That's all. Now we just need to close this file. Let's try running this file. Okay, as you can see, only the first line of file1.txt was copied to file2.txt. And so even this is another very simple program, again a 4-line code. Okay guys, so now let's start section 3. In this one, we are going to read a custom number of lines, as in the user would enter how many lines he needs to copy from file 1 to file 2. For instance, if the user enters the number 2, 2 lines need to be copied from file 1 to file 2. So for this program, let's start with asking the user for an input. So we will use n as the variable, int input enter the number of lines to be copied. Now after this, we need to open file 1 and file 2 like we did earlier. File 1 in read mode and file 2 in write mode. For read, it's not compulsory to mention the mode, as it's default. Read is the default when you open a file. So even if you execute it like this, it would be just the same. Now file 2, and then this should be in write mode. Now we need to read all the contents of file 1. We need to read all the contents of file 1, but only write 2 lines. So to read all the contents, I'll use file 1 dot read lines. Now the difference is that read lines will return all the lines in file 1 as a list. So this will be the first element of the list, this will be the second element of the list, and this would be the third element of the list. So, and then what we need to do is that we need to use a for loop to iterate through the list. So we'll type here for line in. Oh my god, we have to substitute this in a variable. So we'll use content. So for line in content, now once for every line in content, we have to keep a counter so that we can print exactly 2 lines. So I'll put count equals to 0. This will be our counter. So if count is less than n, only if this count is less than n, it should write the line in file 2. So file 2 dot write line, and then once we write, we'll increase the count function by 1. Count equals to count plus 1 or count plus equal to 1. That's also fine, and that's it. Now we need to close this file. Let's try this program out. So if you can see, okay, I'll just remove this thing and save it. So file 2 is empty. Now I will run this program. Okay, so let's ask it to print 1 line. line. Oh my bad, here I had a spelling mistake. So yeah, let's try again. Yeah, and one line. As you can see, it's just one line. Only one, the first line was copied. Let's try it out again. Now this time we'll try for two lines. As you can see, two lines have been copied from file1.txt to file2.txt. That's all. This is a little bit complex, but the logic is very simple. Guys, so that's it for today. Since this is my first video, there could have been a thing there and here that could have been better. Please let me know your suggestions and feedback in the comment section below. Guys, please like and share this video if you liked my tutorials. If you faced any problem or did not like the video, please dislike and let me know why in the comment section below. Also, please subscribe to my channel as it would motivate me to upload more such videos, and you will also be the first one to receive my newest content. Bye guys.